Hey guys. Okay, another update. Again and again and again. Alright. I woke up this morning feeling not any pain. I was like, yay, until I tried to move. And then I was like, holy shitballs. Yeah. I went to try and get out of bed and couldn't because of the pain that was still coming from the same spot. And I laid in bed for a second and I thought, how the hell am I going to do this? Because every way I was trying just was not working. So I rolled back over onto my right side, which I can lay on my right side. And I kind of shimmied myself off of the bed. Had my legs kind of hanging off the bed and then pushed myself up with my right side. Well, somehow, something I've done, when I did that, when I stood up, I felt a rip. An actual rip this time. I mean, it had to have been a rip. If not, it was an excruciating, tight pain that felt like it just finally was like, oh, here, I'm going to give out. And it did. And, so I kind of stood there for a couple minutes because I was trying to get over that initial pain and just kind of, go with it, go with the flow. And so I stood straight up and I started to feel a little bit better. And so I started kind of walking. I walked around my house a little bit. And my house isn't very big, but I walked around just for a couple minutes just to see if that would help. And it did seem to help the pain. And of course I'm cradling myself. I hold my elbow kind of goes on the side of me, and then my whole arm wraps around my belly button, and I kind of cradle myself like that when I'm feeling this pain. Now, this is where it got kind of scary. I was like, uh-oh. I walked into my kitchen and was going to make me a hot glass of tea. I usually make something hot in the mornings because it soothes my stomach from not having liquids in it for so long, and that's just how I start my morning. And so I reached up to grab my cup, got my cup down, went to go put water in it, and that pain came back, and I was like, God, and I was like, God, this is even worse now. I was like, well, that's number one. They said if it's worse than surgery, you need to call them. I was like, okay. Well, when I went to go put my arm on my belly, my hand felt a lump next to my belly button. So, and it's not a big lump, it's a very small lump. There's definitely a lump that was not there before. And, it is soft to the touch. And it kind of wiggles and jiggles or whatever, and I'm pretty sure that I have a hernia or something unknown is going on in there, and it hurts like a big dog. Initially, the doctors told me they didn't want to, wait through Monday and Tuesday and see if the pain gets better, but I called the doctor on call and talked to Dr. Steiner, and told him what was going on. And he said, at first he was like, well, that's pain, that it's very normal, your muscle goes up through your stomach, it's been cut, we've stitched it back together, it's very normal. And I said, well, the only reason I called you today, I said, is because I found this lump next to my belly button, and it hurts really bad. Or I said, the lump itself is pretty painful, around it is painful, and I was like, and it's not anywhere near that incision, that's supposed to be painful. And I was like, and it's just hurting all over. I don't know what to do. And he said, there's a lump. And he said, okay. He said it could be that the lining is too thin. It could be, or the muscle is too thin, and there is like a start of a hernia, or there could be a hernia. And all of this is from the surgery. So they're not making an appointment for me, and they want me to come in at 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't want to have surgery again. I really don't. And I'm praying to God that I don't have to have another surgery. I don't have time for another surgery. My school starts in January. Christmas is this weekend. I don't have time to have surgery. So they're going to have to figure something out. If I have to have surgery or whatever, but I don't know. I'm tired of being in pain. I know it's only been a week, but when you hear, I mean, you think, you hear in the things, you're like, if there's any type of complications, you might have to go back in under the knife again. You never think, well, that's going to happen to me. So I'm kind of like, damn it. But on the good side of things, on the upside, I'm feeling really good. Gastric bypass wise. Getting in my fluids, getting in my protein drinks. Can't complain too much. I had my first scrambled eggs yesterday. Of course, itty bitty little baby scrambled egg. Like that much. I still haven't experienced that. Well, when I drink, I experience the full part, your stomach getting too packed. When you can feel your stomach gargling, it's starting to get too full. But I definitely don't push the limits with food. I do not want to feel that feeling with food. And plus, I could eat a couple bites of it, and really I'm just kind of like, well, I'm going to take a second and just not worry about that. And then I end up just not eating it. I'm not trying to push getting in food or anything right now. My main source for myself right now is liquids, and to get that done. Let's see. So yeah, doing pretty good, other than the stomach stuff. I made some tuna for my husband last night to eat when he got home from work, and I had made me a little plate of it, or a little of it, and I left it sitting in front of me, and I was drinking, and I was like, well, I'll eat it here in a minute, and I never even ate it. It sat there for a long time, and I was like, my husband was like, you gonna eat that? And I was like, I guess not. I just didn't really want to give it a shot, and I was like, nah. With all the other complications I'm having, I'm just like, as long as I'm getting my drinks in, I'm good. And I am. I got my tea today. But anyhow, I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys that. Pray for me that I don't have to have surgery. I don't want to have surgery. But I don't want to be in any more pain either, so let's figure it out. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later, bye.